Hi everyone, welcome back to another anatomy video. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at the lymphatic system, so please like and subscribe for more content. First, we're going to start off by looking at your different lymph nodules. So we can see over here that you have your right lymphatic duct and your left lymphatic duct. So the areas are going to be here in pink. So this is your right lymphatic duct over here and then left lymphatic duct over there. Then you have your subclavian veins in yellow. So it's going to be these structures. You have your right subclavian and your left subclavian veins. Finally, your cervical lymph nodes is going to be by your cervical region, aka your neck region. Your axillary lymph nodes is going to be by your armpit, so over here in light blue. Then you have your thymus, which I have highlighted in purple. Coming down from the thymus is your thoracic duct in this light green color over here, and where it kind of becomes a little bit thicker, and I have highlighted it in teal, this is your cisterna chyli, so where it expands and becomes thicker. Then you have your spleen over here in this dark blue color. Your lumbar lymph nodes are in pink. They're going to be by your lumbar region, aka the last 5 vertebrae, or your lower back region. And then finally, your inguinal lymph nodes is going to be by your inguine region, aka your groin region. Now, the lymph nodes are going to be all of the little dots that you see, and the lymphatic vessels are these actual lines. So you can see I highlighted it in this aquamarine blue color. One more good thing to note is this is going to be kind of like a model that you might see around your classroom. In the center, you're going to have this green lacteal. The lacteal aids in digestion of lipids, aka fats, within the small intestine. And then these circular things that are going to be within your tunicas. These are called Peyer's patches, and Peyer's patches are essential for immune support, specifically something that is called GALT, and GALT stands for gut-associated lymphoid tissue. So these Peyer patches just make sure that these lymphoid tissues within your gut are providing enough immune support for the rest of your body, because your gut is a really big part in keeping yourself healthy. So if you eat really clean and everything like that, you will see that you tend to get sick less because your microbiome is just very diverse and healthy. All right, so now we're going to move over to tonsils. So for tonsils, we have a couple different ones. We have 3. So over here in yellow, this is going to be your pharyngeal tonsil. So it's the very first one, is the pharyngeal tonsil. Then around your soft palate area is going to be your palatine tonsil. One way that I like to remember it is because this white portion at the back is called your soft palate and palatine, so it kind of sounds like palate a little bit. Finally, your lingual tonsil is going to be the last one, and it's by your tongue. So, lingual is kind of just another root or word for tongue, and it's labeled here in green. All right, very last thing, we're going to look at a singular lymph node. So this is a lymph node. Now, each one of these little segments, so over here, it's also circled over here in this blue color. Each one of these is called a lymphatic nodule. So this one would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lymphatic nodules. Within your lymphatic nodule, you have a germinal center, which is this like white egg-looking circle, and I have highlighted it in green. So this is the germinal center. You also have your afferent vessels, which are going into the lymph node. So all of these projections, these are afferent vessels. And then this one in yellow is an efferent vessel, and it is exiting the lymph node. So I did a little side note over here. Efferent vessel equals exit, afferent vessel equals coming in, or you could also say arriving. So arriving, afferent, they both start with A. And what this is bringing is basically just like lymph fluid and other different nutrients and factors. You'll also see that they have these one-way valves, so kind of these little flaps that form a triangle-looking thing. These are called one-way valves, basically meaning if it's going out of the efferent vessel, it is only exiting, and if it is coming in through the afferent vessel, it is only arriving. You also have your cortex. So the cortex, I kind of labeled it in purple. It's basically where all of your lymphatic nodules are going to be. And then you have your medulla over here. The medulla is this center portion where there is no lymph nodes, but you do have your medullary cords, which I have highlighted in pink. So medullary cords, they are kind of like these darker ones over here. Next, separating your different lymphatic nodules, you have trabeculae. These are going to be the dividing lines. So I drew them in hot pink over here. And then last but not least, you have your capsule, which is just the surrounding membrane / layer around the lymph node. It is red, but it's kind of hard to see the color. But just like this gray area on the outside, that is your capsule. All right, so that is everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any remaining questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comment section and I will get back to you. If you want some extra anatomy tutoring, I also offer that. So feel free to kind of just like comment about that and I will give you guys some resources. Again, please like and subscribe and thank you so much for watching. Bye.